What is going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another episode. So we're on the motion camera right now. Sorry about that. My mic for the big camera is not quite in yet, so I would hate to be outside because it is ultra windy with that camera today and just have a bunch of staticky noises. But anyways, this is a really quick video. I'm not going to draw this one out. I just want to give a quick boat tour, not really showing off the boat because the boat isn't the nicest thing in the world at all by any means, but just how I organize what's in my tackle boxes and how I have everything placed out, what I have equipment wise, which is not much. Don't get your hopes up. But by the way, I will link everything that I will show you guys down in the video description box below. It's a rainy, overcast day. I'm actually getting ready to go fishing here in about an hour. It's noon right now, and I'm kind of letting this storm pass through. It's so cloudy and dreary. It's warm though. It's like 60 degrees. So I'm itching to get out there and go catch some fish. I'm hoping that this rain has got those fish fired up. I went out for an hour or so yesterday and it was tough, guys. It was really tough. Water temperatures are way colder than they should be. I think they were 42.5 and this time of year, you would think that they would be in the upper 40s, even low 50s. So that negative 20-degree weather and all this rain and snow and whatnot just really has them all freaked out and all kind of scattered out everywhere. So anyways, I just want to give you guys a quick tour of what I've got inside my bass boat. So first things first, I'll just show you guys what I've got up front. And like I said, it's nothing special and I will link everything in the description box below. But for a trolling motor, we do have the Minn Kota Edge. Minn Kota makes amazing products. It's very responsive. It's very quick. It's a 5-speed. It's only a 5-speed adjustment, but it's very quick. Each level is very different on its own. And I play with each and every one every single time that I'm out there. And I've had great success with this trolling motor, and it's your cheaper, more budgety type Minn Kota trolling motor, which that's kind of but it gets the job done. It was just a couple $100 and I got it at Walmart. Actually, I picked it up at Walmart on walmart.com. So Minn Kota Edge, I highly suggest if you're not trying to go balls to the walls and spend every penny in your bank account, which is very easy to do in this industry that we're in. So it's a 45-pound thrust. It's a 12-volt 5-speed Minn Kota Edge, and like I said, this is just a great starter, almost, I guess you'd call it, trolling motor. So check that out. So I went ahead and went with this Panther foot mount. So you had to rip up all the carpet, take off all these pieces right here, and we took it out and you cut it a nice hole right there, but it sinks down to where it's completely foot level, which you don't really realize how awesome that is until you go out the next time and go fishing. Constantly having to lift up your foot, that sounds lazy, that sounds stupid, but you do notice a huge difference after lifting up your foot a million times out there on the water, adjusting the trolling motor with the direction of where you're going. So that really helped me out and to save my legs. And it's just easier. You get to stand straight, almost in like an athletic position the entire time, and your feet are completely level, and it just makes all the difference in the world. And for a graph, I have the Lowrance Hook 7, and I actually just ordered the Lowrance Hook 8, which is going to go right here. I'm gonna like to have both. So I could have went a little bigger, but I really like the size of these here, and having a smaller bass boat and having the smaller Lowrance graphs would just, for one, look better on the boat, and for two, just be more functional for me, because I'm still learning. I still don't know hardly anything about these things. I pretty much know the basics, but I'm excited to learn, and I'm trying my very best to grasp. So before I go out and spend buku's dollars, I'm just gonna work with these, and like I said, I have the second one ordered that I'll put right here, and these are getting me by for now, and I'm learning a lot with them, and they're also great starter graph, I guess you could say. Okay, so we're up in the boat, and compartment number 1, this compartment has just got extras. This is just everything so I have my life jacket, I've got extra rope and an anchor back there, and I've got a what do you call it, I've got a fire extinguisher in there, and this is just extra stuff. This is just stuff that I don't really need very often, but this is stuff that you just never know. So I like to keep everything close by. I have stuff in the garage, of course, the man cave, but this is stuff that I do use frequently throughout the year, but not frequently enough to have in my main compartment. So I just keep all that stuff there, and that compartment goes all the way back to the trolling motor, so that thing is just filled up with extras. And this is my main compartment. So this is where I keep all of my tackle boxes. This one I just went through and labeled. I've got my jigs, swim baits, jerk baits, crank baits, top water, blade baits, terminal tackle, some more swim baits. I've got a bag of plastics. So I actually went through and I labeled these, and they really did make all the difference in the world to label your stuff. It's just so much quicker and so much easier, I find, so you're not picking them up and looking what's inside. You know, you just get, you read what's there and you pick it up and you go, especially in a tournament setting. The last thing you want to be doing is taking a million years just to look through your tackle, tying on different tackle, because I'm changing tackle all the time. So it's just quicker for me to grab and read really quick and grab right there. And I have those in just really simple categories. So, and I've got a spinner bait box over there, and I got my bag of plastics here to help keep the weather out. Sometimes some moisture gets inside here, but this really helps to protect my plastics. Instead of putting plastics in boxes like I used to, I just leave them in the bags that they originally come in, and I throw them in this bag, and it just helps keep them out of the moisture. And then down here, I've just got some extras. This is where I keep my scale, my extra set of tweezers. You always got to have some bang, of course. I've got another just in case, some real butter, just so you can, if your line's feeling sticky, then you can throw that in there. I've got my fishing license right here. And this is just, you just never know. I like to mark things every once in a while, so I keep a Sharpie on me at all times, and there's a set of scissors in there, tweezers, super glue, because you just, like I said, guys, you just never know. Oh my gosh, I need to freaking vacuum this thing. What is going on? Anyways, this is just like a little extra junk drawer, I guess you could call it. Okay, now onto our bigger compartment. So this compartment here, I'm keeping it real with you guys. This is just what is in it right now. I was on the water a couple days ago and just threw those in there. But this is what I've got in here right now. I've got some extra motor oil. I've got some extra motor oil in here, and this is my rod box. We actually had to go through back there in the very back and cut out a piece of wood so all my rods would fit back there. So now they all fit back there nice and snug. I've only got one rod in there right now. How pitiful. But this is where I store all of my rods when I'm traveling and whatnot, and before tournaments and everything like that. So, and also another cool thing here, so this is actually a little tube that comes from the Panther mount right there. So it goes all the way back, all the way through down here, down the side, and it cuts back through here, so any moisture that gets locked in there just comes right back out to right here. So it's really cool because I don't have to worry about rain or just anything getting stuck inside the Panther box, because it's linked to a tube in the bottom of it, and it just comes right all back out right here. So that's always nice. But yeah, that's my rod box, looking really bare, really kind of pathetic right now. But right now I'm using it as a warm clothing closet, I guess you could say, especially since it's so freaking cold and weather is so sporadic in Missouri right now. So that's what I've got going on in that one. I need new seats. I know. We will get around to it. Right now, this is where I keep my ropes, an extra light, another extra light, and this is where I keep my main light, as in behind the seats right here. I like to keep extra lights, so just in case, you just never know. Lights are very important, especially when you're out early mornings, tournaments, or just early fishing at all, or even late at night. Sometimes me and my buddy like to go crappie fishing later at night, so I'll keep those in there. And this one right here underneath the driver's seat is empty right now, but that's usually where I stick my cooler and whatnot on those hot summer days. I have a little igloo cooler that I just throw in there, and it fits exactly perfect, and it's just kind of out of the way and over there, and there's just don't have to worry about it. Instead of putting it down here on the floor, I'm not tripping over it. So anyways, this is under the seat here. And in the back here, we have your live well, of course, empty right now because we're not on the water. Nice, good sized live well. I didn't do anything to this. It's just how it comes on the tracker. Moving over to here, cleaning product, bug spray, TP. Always got to have some TP on the boat. Some tools, a map, and a rain jacket, because like I said, it gets kind of wild. You just never know with the sporadic Missouri weather. Gotta have this, man. There's nothing worse than being out on a hot summer day and just getting eaten alive while you're out there. So I have bug spray, and then like I said, keep some cleaner on here because I'm weird OCD and I like to have everything nice and clean, especially the night before. I'll come out here and just scrub it down real fast. And then to over here on the driver's side, this is where I keep all my line that I have with me at all times. It starts, so I have 8 down here, and it works 8. What are you doing? So I've got 8-pound line here, and it goes 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, and then I have 20-pound. Got a big spool of monofilament there, monofilament there, and I've got some braid here. I've got some more braid. We've got some more. That's some fluorocarbon there. So that's where I keep my line. I like to keep that all organized as well. And that's not all of my line. Like I said, I have a lot of it inside the shop here, but that's what I carry, because you just never know, a bird's nest or just having kinks in your line. You just never know when you're gonna have to change out your line. So I keep a lot of extra line inside the boat with me at all times. And we'll move on to the back here. This is also just a stock motor that it came with. This is a 50 horsepower Mercury, and for what I do, guys, I'm not on the big water a lot. I fish Table Rock a lot, as you guys know if you've watched my videos in the past. Table Rock is my home lake, and that's where I fish majority of the time. And no, it's not a 250, it's not a 200, 150. I mean, but we'll get there eventually. This is my first bass boat, so I'm still, you know, getting the hang of things, getting the start, but I will give it up to this little Mercury motor. This thing gets up to like 40 miles an hour. It gets me to everywhere I need to go. I've got this awesome aluminum bottom boat here. It's a 20-foot aluminum bottom bass tracker. So this thing gets me anywhere, and I've had this thing on Lake the Ozarks, big waters, you know. This Mercury here has done great for me. I get great fuel mileage. I mean, it's insane. I fill this thing up like once every 2 months. I'm out fishing at least 3 times a week. So I really enjoy this Mercury motor here, and we will upgrade eventually. Under the hood, we have 2 batteries there, and then there's 1 battery back there. It's really tucked up way back in there. So we're rocking 3 different Optima batteries, just to make sure all the graphs and whatnot stay charged and the trolling motor stays charged, because there's nothing worse than being out on the water for a few hours and getting on a good bite, and then your trolling motor goes dead or your graph goes down, and there's just nothing you can do about it besides pull off the water and go home and charge, or you know. So I made sure to have an extra battery in there, so we never did have to worry about that problem. And underneath we have, this is also what came with it, as a Tracker Trail Star trailer. Everything's stock about that. Like I said, folks, there's nothing special about this boat, but this is my boat and this is how I have it set up. And I'm really curious to see how you all have your boat set up. So if you could do me a favor, comment below, send me a message, Facebook or Instagram, show me some pictures. I'd love to see how you guys have things set up. Comment also and let me know if you like my setup, what you suggest to help my setup. Like I said, I have that new graph coming, so if you guys have any tips and tricks on graphs and reading graphs and trolling motors and whatnot, just everything, just let me know in the comment section below. But this was a cool little boat tour video that I've been wanting to do for a while. The cool thing about it is everything, it changes every season, it seems like. Spring, summer, fall. I mean, my boat will always be different all year round, but that's what I'm rocking right now. We're heading into summertime, or we're heading into springtime. It's late winter now. It was actually March 1st, opening day trout season. But this is what we're rocking right now. That's what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't mind subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, because it really helps me out, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.